Hi, I'm JC. I found that I have all of these amazing handbags and some of them are really getting kind of sad looking as I get older. So I'm making my way through my closet and starting to rehab some of these wonderful old designer bags that I have so that I can breathe a little more life into them. My first project is this one, which is a Hobo International bag. This is what it looks like now that I'm all finished, and you get to watch and see how I got it looking this way. So looking forward to hearing if you try to rehab anything and how it goes. Okay, here we go. Okay, so once you're at this point, then go ahead and drain, and we're just going to give it a thorough rinsing, and then we're going to pack it with towels to have it hold its shape the way it's supposed to, because it's going to dry. And whatever shape we put it in is the shape that it's going to dry in. So now we're just going to do some rinsing, and then we'll pack. All right, so done a nice rinse. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start packing. And every single pocket and crevice is going to get packed. So what you do is I take old sort of stained washcloths that I've had for, doesn't really matter, just something very absorbent like terry cloth. Take cloths, and you're going to pack them down in here. I'm actually going to start, because it's such a big area, I'm going to just use this old hand cloth, but the idea is we want to make sure we've pushed out and got all of the corners nice and pushed out, and we want to make sure this bag gets back into its original shape. Okay, I have all of the nooks and crannies packed. It's entirely ensconced in towels. Leave it like this. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll leave it like this for probably the next 12 hours. Come back in about 12 hours and it will have absorbed all the towel, will have really sucked all the water out, and then I'll pull the towels out. And it should be dry enough at that point to hold its shape without the need of the towels. Okay, let's go down the rabbit hole. You've probably heard that you can't get leather wet, and that's just not true. You can. Leather is just animal skin, and animals get wet, so you can get leather wet, but you need to do so in a controlled way and on purpose whenever possible. So if you get leather wet, it's going to stretch, it can get misshapen, the dye can bleed, and it can get dried out. So if you get leather wet, then just make sure that you put it in the shape you want it to be in to air dry. Don't use heat on it. Be prepared to possibly have to re-dye it, and then absolutely you're going to need to condition it so that you add back in the moisture that the water may have taken out. Okay. It took 3 days because it's very damp and cold, but this is finally dry. I took out the packing after about 24 hours because the shape was being held, and it's now finally dry. And we're going to move on and get the color put on it. It's going to take a while. It's kind of a slow, tedious process. I'll list it below, but this is the kind of, it's really relatively expensive stuff. It's kind of a shoe polish, leather polish, but it's really, really good. I did my best visually to sort of match the color, and I think it's going to work great. This is in Cognac. So basically we're just going to paint the leather. So you just take like the tiniest bit of this, and I like to start on the inside and work my way out so that I'm not touching wet. So let's start on the inside right here. And I'm just going to sit here and work, and we'll fast forward through most of this. But as you'll see, you're just going to once you get started, you're going to keep the brush moving, so you don't want to line at any point. So you're gonna go down, around, and you just wanna keep the brush moving and just keep working it into the leather. Go light, you can always add more. Okay, we've let it all dry. Now we're going to condition and oil it. I'm going with mink oil today, but it's a solid. And you'll see it's like a, so you can apply, just work it in with your fingers if you want. Or if you'd rather use a cloth, you can, but really get it into every single nook and cranny. Use a horsehair brush, something soft, not too rough, and lightly buff. See, it's taken the stain really well. So how'd it go? Hopefully it went smoothly. I would love to hear how your project went. If you want to use any of the products that I used, please feel free to look in the description below. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye!